guys, so it's Find of the Month time again. Done this before actually. This isn't necessarily Find of the Month, it's more of a restoration of the month. I'm stood in front of the trunks, the bodies of these Mark 23 Tigerfish torpedoes that we had at the Ministry of Defence many years ago. I could have sold them 10 times over when they were complete. But I always had a lovely vision of what we could do with the gearboxes that were on this end. And if you come to the photo area, I'll show you what we've done. You can see we've got a lot of photographs. This is a lot of stuff that we've just restored. So, lo and behold, this gorgeous Mark 23 Tigerfish torpedo, gearbox and fins. It's a very iconic torpedo of the Royal Navy, used between the 60s and the late 80s. It was notoriously unreliable, especially in the Falklands when it was used in anger, which is why in the Falklands we tended to use the older Mark 8 torpedoes, because they were more reliable when they packed a bigger punch. But all that aside, as you can see, without me going on too much about it, it's a beautiful sculptural piece. Counter-rotating fins which still move. We have considered getting them moving, but we were worried about kids' fingers and people's fingers. This is the second one we've done. The first one we did last year was around for 5 minutes. We do have 2 more gearboxes, but there's plans afoot to turn that into a conference table for all the obvious reasons. I mean, a torpedo conference table is meant to be, I think, isn't it? So that's next. This is now. This has just gone on the website today. So you can have a look at the full details and full history of this beautiful piece there. For those of you, though, combining a few aspects to this video in one, for those of you that do want the full torpedo, I have Eto Ruska Torpeda, a Russian torpedo. It's a, oh gosh, what was it called? It's a 65. It's another 21-inch torpedo, 7.8 meters long, carried explosives of sort of 200 kilos, and it's a sonar torpedo. In the nose of the torpedo, there's a speaker system, kicks out such a massive amount of decibels. If we were to operate it in the yard, it would cause serious problems, so we're not doing that. It's had its warhead removed, which you'll be relieved to know, and it had a range, this particular model used by the Soviet fleet. This is exactly the same type of torpedo actually that was on board the Kursk. And in fact, if you want to come and see me, I will tell you a really, really interesting story about this particular torpedo. But it's one of those sonar torpedoes, like the Tigerfish. It's a sonar torpedo, emits a huge sonar noise, and would be guided to its target like that. The Americans were particularly scared about this model of torpedo because it was notoriously quiet and very difficult to detect. It would follow the wake of a ship and hit it from the stern like that. Anyway, that's a quick one. That's the quick version. I could go on. You know me well enough to know that. And we will either go treasure hunting out there in the big world to find next month's Find of the Month, or we'll go in our notoriously large warehouses and dig something out that's been in there for 20 years. Either or, we'll find you something spectacular.